Hi everyone, this is Ryan and today we're taking a look at this. Right here is the MSI Pro Series MP241, which goes with their Pro Series lineup for motherboards in that case. So with that, let's jump right in to see what this monitor is all about. Let's go. For the price, it's $178 on Lazada. That's the lowest I can find it in the market in Singapore. That would be fine for a monitor of this caliber about 2 years ago, but now I feel it's a bit too high. I would explain more as we proceed further into this video. Okay. Specifications wise, it has a 1080p IPS panel at 60Hz with a response time of 7 milliseconds. Peak brightness of 220 nits with a contrast ratio of 1000:1. 8 bits color plus FRC, achieving 102% of the sRGB range. VESA mounting up to a 75x75mm mount with a 12V 2.5A external power brick. Now jumping into the I/O, you have two connection types. One is a HDMI 1.4 followed by a typical VGA input jack along with a DC input jack for the external power brick. There's also a Kensington lock if you don't want people to be stealing your monitor away. For an unboxing experience, I'll say it's quite simple. All you need to do is open the box from the top, pull out the power cables and accessories that come up from the top. Then after you remove the top foam, pull out the monitor with the bottom foam as you can see in the video. Then after you just pull out some more accessories that's on the bottom half of the box. Okay, for assembly, you just need to connect two parts of the stand together. All these are done without tools as they're held in via plastic clips. But once you assemble the stand, just slide it onto the back of the monitor. You won't really hear a click, but there's a locking mechanism, so just make sure it's not loose. If it is a bit loose, just remember to tighten the stand a bit. There's two screws where the stand attaches to the monitor. On that part, there's two screws over there, you can tighten it if there's a bit of wobble. For the things that you do get with this monitor, you have two power cables. One of them is a typical Singaporean plugs and the other one is a China one. One VGA cable and HDMI cable along the power brick and the stand along with instructional manuals and a whole bunch of pamphlets. For build quality wise, they definitely cheaped out over here as you can see the entire assembly is toolless and held together via plastic clips, which do gives a bit of leeway for a bit of wobble, so it's making the wobble test a bit more wobbly than I would like. For the OSD, it's quite simple to use. It's on the right hand side of the display at the back where there's a few buttons you can use to navigate things such as the brightness, adjusting contrast. So I'll say it's quite passable. Though the power indicator LED on this monitor is at the back of it, which I feel would be better being at the front as then you can see it instead of being at the back. The display wise, it's generic, I would say, with decent viewing angles and the colors are quite vivid but still not as good compared to a full 8-bit display as this is still a 6-bit plus FRC. In the UFO test, there's some ghosting due to the 7 millisecond response time, as well this wouldn't really matter as this is not really marketed for gamers. There's also a bit of IPS glow that can be seen on the monitor. It's a bit different from backlight bleed, so it is a bit of a downside as it makes the viewing experience not that nice when it's on an all black screen if you say you were to watch some shows. There's also this app you can download from the MSI Center if you search up this monitor. It'll be linked in the description down below. It comes with a whole bunch of helpful features as to help you align your windows. And the brightness slider in the app only somehow works with my laptop display and display color settings. But it does have features where you can adjust your mouse sensitivity, make your computer turn off by itself after a certain amount of time. It just makes everything they can find within Windows all in one place, so it's somewhat useful. What I do like is that MSI gives you all the cables provided with all the input ports on this monitor. Assembly wise, it's all toolless, which is great, and the application provided does add a bit to the experience of the monitor as it allows you to organize how you put your windows on the monitor a bit easier. I also do like that the power button has a different texture compared to the rest of the OSD buttons to differentiate it, which is great. But what I feel can be improved is maybe improve the quality of the display with a bit less IPS glow and maybe have 75Hz as that's what the market is going towards nowadays. I also like to see the stand maybe built a bit better without having the issue I had where the monitor was a bit loose and I had to tighten the screws. The app is definitely good. If they could add more features such as adjusting color that actually syncs with the monitor, or the display brightness, would be great, as then users will not need to use the OSD. Overall, this monitor will be better suited if let's say it hits the price range of 120 to 130, as the bigger competitors such as Dell out there with the SE2419HR, which has an IPS display as the same as this, which is not only better quality and also has less IPS glow. So if let's say you do find this monitor in that price range that I stated, and then I would say unless you really need one without the 75Hz additional refresh rate, then you can go for it. If let's say you do want a monitor with a 75Hz refresh rate, do spend the additional like $20 more just to get that. So with that, we've come to the end of the video. Leave a like, subscribe, share, comment down below, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.